Welcome to P&B Sports Show. I'm your host, Abel Sunday. Last night at Old Trafford, Manchester United were held to a 1-1 draw by West Ham. Question asked, answered, demanded. At Stamford Bridge, Chelsea and Leeds United battle a dramatic 2-2 draw, a game full of intensity, controversy, and late twist. To break it all down, I'm being joined virtually by our in-house sport analyst, Tom Aroko. And from the Center of Excellence, Lagos, we welcome football analyst Walter Odige. So just grab your teacup because P&B Sport start now. Welcome back. It's the P&B Sports Show reaching you live from the nation's capital. And I have the tallest man in Abuja, Tom Aroko. Tom, good morning. It seems like the money is not that bright for you, isn't it?
Good morning. The morning is fantastic. I feel okay, despite the results of Manchester United.
Walter Odige, the only prince that resided in Lagos. Good morning, and unfortunately, your almighty Michael Carrick has dropped points yesterday.
Yeah, good morning, but still a good result. Going to the London Stadium to go and face West Ham is always going to be difficult. So I will gladly pick the 1 point.
Okay, Tom, yesterday we were talking about this game, pre-match analysis, we're talking about this, and Eru said something, he said is that shouldn't be a conversation, that is all 3 points for Manchester United. But how crucial was Sesko Benjamin's goal at the extra time for Manchester United for them to salvage a point from that game?
I think that was what we did. I think that was the savior of the match, because at some point I feel everybody had lost hope. But I think one thing that was fantastic about Sesko and about the entire Manchester United squad was the fact that even when it seemed like all hope was lost, we still saw a push. And that's what we've been seeing even when they've been winning games. I said something earlier. I said I want to see Leandro that. And I want to see Michael Carrick, and I want to see what he does when he's down and the way the team reacts. And I think they reacted fantastically well. Kudos to Mbemu for the cross to Sesko, and kudos to Sesko for the goal, because that goal it just seemed as if they were destined to score that. Sesko was destined to score that goal to cause the draw and to save the point. So I think that was it.
All right, let me come to you, Walter. In what way do you think Manchester United failed to break down the West Ham defense? And come to think of it, the Sesko goal was, like Tom rightly said, it was something that nobody even expected. But the dominance, they dominated, but there were no the goal. In fact, the goal line and the ball possession, if you look at it, is something to you will not comprehend, or rather you cannot comprehend. But at what point do you think Manchester United failed to break down the defensive structure of West Ham?
Yes, football is a intentional game. When you're going into a football match, you have to do that. So I don't think United were intentional enough. Certainly in the first half, whereby they didn't create any. I think they were just too short all game in the first half by Manchester United. So the second half that they completed once they went 1-0 down. So what they failed to do, they failed to realize that West Ham is a team in form. They're in form of their life. They're their best form this season. That's West Ham. That's one. And second, they've got all their key players fully fit. And they have new signings that came in January that's casual. Like they just passed the ball around. They were a bit casual about everything, and it wasn't good enough.
the fact West Ham was even more threatening than United, although United would hold possession and all of that. But West Ham, once they came forward, it was almost as if they were going to score every time they came forward because they were attacking intent and purpose. United, on the other hand, they were just passing the ball. They did not create as much chances as they did against Arsenal, Tottenham, Man City, and all those things. So they were a little bit skeptical. Yes, it's also the best performance, but in the second half, immediately they went a goal down. I think all that changed. United played better. They attacked better. And before the goal, and even after the goal, they still had chance to score more goals, which they didn't take. So funny, I would like going to West Ham. United just wanted that 5 straight wins. If that 5 straight wins had happened, I think a lot of persons would have been happy to carry, no matter what went on go on from now to the end of the season. But I would take a draw yesterday because trust me, we haven't beaten West Ham in the past 3 years at their stadium. So we haven't beaten them for the past 3 years. And guess what? It's not like we've lost all our last 3 games against West Ham. So it's an improvement. Under Amorim yesterday, I don't think there's any chance. We are getting a draw yesterday. Not that we won't lose, we will lose well. West Ham will beat us by 3 goals to nothing yesterday.
All right. And of course, I was thinking that yesterday, that Manchester United fan that said he's going to shave his head after 5 consecutive games. I was thinking that yesterday the breakthrough will come, but unfortunately, I think he had to pray harder for that to happen. But Tom, do you think West Ham can take confidence from this game, this 1-1 draw, on their way trying to see how they could climb the Premier League table?
I think yes. I think West Ham, like Walter said, I think West Ham they are a team that is fully fit, and I think that they are a team that have had a good run. I remember their match against Bournemouth and how they performed. Prior to that, I think they had about 2 losses or a draw or something. I think about 2 losses as well. So I think that they are right now they are fully fit, and I think that for the rest of the season they are going to need the momentum that they've been able to build so far. But honestly, come on, I believe that them playing that Man U match, they just decided that we're going to sit down, we are going to try and hit these guys on. I feel like for the first 15 minutes of the entire match, and the first 5 minutes after or 10 minutes after the second half, I think they succeeded in doing that completely well. Because and I don't think it was based off their brilliance. I think when it comes to playing Manchester United, they are always confident. I think it was based off Michael Carrick's performance. And because when I saw the formation that he used, and when I saw that the fact that Mbeumo was going to be playing the left wing, I think I was extremely surprised. And in my mind, I was like, okay, why are you pushing this guy off his natural position? Then you also see that Bruno Fernandes was also playing quite high. But I think he only made 1 forward run throughout the entire match as well, which he tipped over the goalkeeper and went over the goalpost as well. Then also another thing that disappointed me was also the positioning. Normally we have Mbeumo in the middle, we have Kuna on the side. We have them side by side running beside each other because that is the way they've been playing. But the way I saw them play was I saw them play football that because they didn't have a demo in front, you see that the passes were kind of slowing down because they did not really have the pace. And obviously, you are playing a low block. You will obviously expect you to have the possession of the game. And one thing about football is not about how much of a possession you have. It's about the results that you have. Because if you notice, there was nobody behind for Manchester United, and they were too slow. And also Manchester United mistakes that they made when it came to West Ham defense was maybe expecting them not to come out the way they came out as well. But honestly, I think for the fact that just they also had a poor run as well. I think we'll have just
okay. Okay. As we wrap up this United story, Walter, do you think Michael Carrick's talking about Michael Carrick? Do you think Michael Carrick's setup helped them to secure that tactical setup? I beg your pardon. help them to secure that point yesterday? Or do you think there are other areas that Michael Carrick needs to improve on?
Yes, this first off, for me, the first time, like I said, I wasn't happy with it. I was thinking it was going to start the Benjamin Sheshko yesterday, because if you look at it, Sheshko is just he's coming from the bench in all of Kamik's first 4 games, and he has performed well when he's been on the pitch. He scored 2 goals, especially that one against Bola. Then I think he has earned the right to at least start the game, and I was thinking it was yesterday because you are playing the West Ham side that is going to play low block. They are going to defend deep. So I think the first half was disaster. They couldn't move the ball. It was not threatening to West Ham in any way. But in the second half, I think I'll give him credit because he did a substitution that I think in Amorim's career at Manchester United he didn't do for once. In the second half, Carrick took off the defender in Diego Dalot and he brought in Joshua Sexy. There's a shock because he took off Dalot and Sexy came in, and that made United have 2 men on the box, which was Shesko and Sexy, and it to the goal because Sexy was probably the red all that defense. Jesco was free and the ball came in and Jesco was able to get that goal. So for me, yes, Carrick, I'll give him praise. I'll give him some clap for what he did in the second half. But I think the setup in the first half was amazingly wrong because Benjamin Sheshko started.
Perfect. As we drop Manchester United, I know you are itching to talk about Chelsea, you Tom. I don't know what Chelsea did to you, but I know. But before we leave Manchester United, Tom, how crucial have you seen the back line for Manchester United? I'm talking about the likes of Martinez, the likes of Luke Shaw, the likes of Harry Maguire, and also Dalot. Those 4 guys. How crucial have you seen them? Because I think they've actually gelled together. What do you think?
I think having Diogo Dalot, having Maguire, having Lisandro Martinez, having Luke Shaw has been a match made in heaven. But honestly, I still feel there is something missing in the defense. Yes, we have an Harry Maguire that comes with a lot of experience. He's able to balance. He's able to balance off. The defense. Able to control the defense from where he's playing. But I still feel there is something missing, and I feel that Manchester United sooner or later will have to look more into the defense because with the way they've been playing, yes, we've been playing a type of defense where everybody just somehow finds his way back because you are allowing them to enjoy themselves while playing. But I think yesterday what we saw was a little bit different because we saw them playing. To me, I felt they were playing more structured and I felt they were playing more limited yesterday. And these are the loopholes that we see in defense when you see a Manchester United side that's playing more structured instead of allowing them to be able to have this kind of free hand while playing. But so far, I think Diogo Dalot, Lisandro Martinez, Shaw, and Maguire have been fantastic playing defense. Especially Maguire, he's looking like one of the best defenders in the world right now.
Perfect. Okay, let's jump side to Stamford Bridge. Walter, what happened? What went wrong after Chelsea taking 2-goal lead, and all of a sudden they just went down to allow Leeds United to come back into that game? What do you think happened to Chelsea?
I'll say careless. They were careless. They were very, 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 very careless. In football, you cannot be confident, cannot be overconfident. Football changes. Football is a moment by moment game. So you cannot take your foot off the pedal because if you do, you are likely to get punished. So I think Chelsea became complacent. They felt, 2 goals lead. They have won that game already. I won't lie against Leeds United. I'm winning 2-0 at home. And I watched Leeds had just 3 shots all game, just 3 shots. So, and I'm watching, before they scored their first goal, they just had 1 shot. So Leeds was very threatening. So I think Chelsea became complacent and they were like, okay, I think we won this game already. Then they became casual and they started doing little mistakes. They stop getting things right, and I think Leeds capitalized on that. And I was expecting because I was switching between the United game and the Chelsea game, so I could see both. And trust me, I watched the first half and the full first half of the Chelsea match, and I didn't see a way for Leeds to know that game. But I was so shocked when they scored 2-1. I was like, okay, well, it's 2-1. And nothing can happen from here. And eventually, Leeds got the second goal. That was shocking. I won't lie to you because, as Stamford Bridge against Leeds United, trust me, they are not one of those sides that should be making teams uncomfortable. I don't think they are that good. So Chelsea have themselves to blame, and I think if they eventually don't make it to the top four, they will look at this game against Leeds United and they will feel very, very, very bad for themselves because it's a game that was already in the bag. It's a 3 points that for me they already had, and I have to take that away. I really, really, really don't. So we're kudos to Leeds United. It's a good point end for them in their battle for survival. Because let's not forget, they are a team that don't want to go to the relegation. So yeah, good points for Leeds United.
Perfect. Tom, Chelsea's failure to close out that game yesterday, do you see a deeper issue? I'm talking about the squad issue mentally. Do you see any issue for them to just throw away 2 goals lead like that? Do you see any deeper issue in that squad? We can't hear you. I think can you unmute yourself, please? Can you unmute yourself? We can't hear you.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I said, honestly, I'm going to have to agree with Walter. But the fact that you are seeing the Chelsea side that they are up, 2-0 up, and they were just being cocky. That's what they're going to use. I feel they had this lackadaisical attitude once they came 2-0 up, and once they were 2-0 up. You could imagine looking at a Caicedo that caused a penalty. I feel that was poor decision making on his part. I felt that was also overconfidence as well. Then also looking at them, you know you are in 2-1. You just needed to close out that game and maintain that lead or try to score a goal. And then you are arguing if it's a handball or not. The ball was clearly in front of the goalkeeper, and the best thing for you to do was to kick it out. I watched Leandro Simeone's post-match interview. He said the best decision that they would have made was that they would have cleared the ball and then protest for a handball later. That is all they should have done instead of just playing the way they played. And I think it was poor performance from them, in my own opinion. Yes, they deserve the win. For the first 60 minutes, I feel yes, they were fantastic. Opama, having a free run, moving from this side of the pitch as well. It felt like he was finding space behind the centre forward. You could see a João Pedro who made some good runs alongside Enzo Martinez, who played well. You could see that everything. I don't think the whole problem changed with the penalty, and that's where the question comes out from. Can they handle the mental pressure that comes from the game? I think this should be their first loss in the Premier League, and I want their first draw, their first poor performance in the Premier League since Leandro Simeone. So I want to see how they handle it.
Okay, and Walter, Chelsea had the opportunity to go take a step further or go above Manchester United yesterday, but they failed to do that. Do you think this will cause some kind of
opinion? For example, Chelsea would have gone 7 points above Liverpool in 6th. If they had won that game, they would have been 7 points above Liverpool, and they would have also been 2 points above, I think 2 points or 1 point above Manchester United if they had won that game. But now they are below United in the league table, and they are not, they are not. So that game will affect them in the rest of the season. So for me, it's such a sad one, and I think it's 2 points lost rather than 1 point gain for Chelsea. So they have no business losing drawing that game, and they did. So it will come back and hurt them in the title race, but they might still be lucky, and maybe it will not matter because that's whereby every other team, I'm slipping off. I won't be surprised if Liverpool don't end up not winning today and take the advantage over Chelsea. So it's just what as I would call, a strange season from the top sides.
All right, unfortunately, this is where I don't think we'll have enough time to talk more about this, but hopefully tomorrow we'll continue it. And that's why we draw the curtain on today's edition of P&B Sports Show. Many thanks to our in-house sports analyst, Tom Aroko, and our guest from the Center of Excellence, Lagos, Walter Odige. Thank you, gentlemen, for your time on the show.
Thank you.
All right. All right, you can connect with us on all social media platforms on YouTube and Facebook at Politics&BusinessTV.English, on IG at PNBTV_English, on X at PNBTV_ENG. I'm Abel Sunday from me and the entire team here in Abuja. Goodbye.